Girish Ananda, sip Vinayak, sip Sonu Kapoor, sip Lakshmi, sip Anand Kikot, sip Shair, sip Bliss, sip Gigi, sip Ahem, sip Harshar, sip Deepatma, sip Rekha, sip Sukeshni, sip Krishna, sip Meenakshi, sip Sarla, sip Sagai, sip Yogini, sip Siva, sip Samatma, sip Seturam, sip Ashish, sip Prakash, and a very interesting conversation today. To me, very interesting conversation. And the conversation is this: why are we reluctant to realize the truth? The truth is so simple. The truth is so simple that this life is a gift from the divine. And what we do in our life, what we give back to the divine, is what we gift to the divine. Because we are none other than the divine. But this is the challenge. And immediately somebody will say, but how can we and divine? As long as we are ignorant, we are not the divine. As long as we are ignorant, we are the body, mind, ego. And our challenge of life is to realize the truth. Unfortunately, we are lost. Unfortunately, we are so lost in this world, in this samsar. Huh? What they say? Samsar ke maya se mukt hona. We are lost, my dear friends. We are living a life. Actually, we are not living, we are existing. Such a beautiful life. Every day can be a day of bliss, a day of peace, a day of joy, a day of meaning, a day of purpose. नहीं होता है. नहीं होता है. झगड़ा घगड़ा ये वो, all the unnecessary things of life, they ruin our day, our minute, our life. Let me ask Krishna, who's the opening batsman, and Will. The two opening batsmen are Krishna and Will. Yes, Krishna.
Yes, sir, Shivoham.
Shivoham.
First of all, I don't think in this call anybody is reluctant to know the truth. But as you always say, you always quote a statistics of only 1% of 8 billion. So maybe the numbers are few. You know, you say just all that mathematics which you say about very few people coming into this part.
It's true or false?
It is true, but the reason which we as a seeker, what we experience from my experience, one is we thought the truth was in the temple. We thought the truth was in the rituals and, you know, all the things which, you know, for generations people were doing. One. Second, there are so many paths, I would say different paradigms, all conflicting, but we think that is right. So we don't know because मुझे वो आपका जो story is a perfect answer. The beggar who kept the notes, threw away the notes but kept the, what you call, the coins. So we are caught in the first P, and we are now slowly treading to the last P, but it is not easy for us. You have crossed that path and you are saying it is easy. It is not so easy.
Why it is not easy? Well, that's why I use the word reluctant. Why it's not easy? Tell me.
Reluctant, we are like, so because we never knew about our ignorance first. We were ignorant of our ignorance. But once we came to know, we are like committed. We are striving hard to get there. But it's not happening so easily. That means,
you know, Krishna, I respect what you say. But listen to me carefully. Just listen to me in consciousness and carefully. See, Krishna, if we are fully in consciousness now, if we are fully in consciousness and we realize that this Maya, this Leela, it is meaningless. I know. See, it's not, please don't think that you are in one Maya Jal and I was not in Maya Jal. I also was in Maya Jal. Is it that I came from the Himalayas? Is it that I came from the helicopter coming from Himalaya slopes and coming down, nicely sailing down? No. I also was in the Maya Jal. But because I was committed, because I was reluctant to live the meaningless life, I said, no. I find, Krishna, sometimes I'm telling you my own story. I told you yesterday, I was on the ship. What did I tell myself on the ship? I said, okay, yeah. I came after 6 years. When I came after 6 years, what did I tell myself? I told myself, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Muramatai. I said, oh, you fool. I said, oh, you fool, what are you doing here? I'm telling you, we have to. Yesterday, who asked me some question? What to do when we are in a negative state and we want to move to positive state? I said, look at the mirror and tell yourself, stop it, stupid. Huh? Or
I had some, yeah, it was very, I had some new friends in the call. They were all so happy with that one tip of yours.
that stop it, stupid fellow, that one.
And it works also, yes. But sir,
So
I
I'm
have
saying,
a question for you.
yeah,
I want to ask based on this question, because we are not reluctant, we are committed, and we are trying to follow as much as we can. We are trying to obey most of the things you tell us within our limitations, of course. But मुझे ये पूछना है कि, but some people doesn't do anything of this kind. But for example, one gentleman who came to this call and explained his, the enlightenment, he said, I just sat in silence and I got the spark. I'm enlightened. So वैसे भी हो जाता है ना in one go.
ना ऐसा बोलना कोई भी बोल सकता है ना. You can give lecture of enlightenment better than me. You are honest. If you want to fake somebody, you can't give a lecture. Tell me you can't give lecture of enlightenment. You can give better than any Swami. But because you know, no, because you know that spark is missing, you're honestly, sincerely telling, I know everything, but that spark is missing. You're telling like that because you want that spark. Any gentleman can come here and make a gentle farce and go back. That doesn't work, Krishna. It is a real thing. It's a real thing. It is not that somebody just comes and says easily ho gaya. Easily hota hai. Easily nahi hota hai. I am telling you, after 2014, I know.
So there are many stories, not one. There are many stories. You sit in the presence of a guru. There are many people who I know, they say about that kind of a spark which they get, Maybe they are purified from their previous janmas. I don't know what is the real thing. But this is something beyond logic.
Yeah. But we are not bothered about. See, let me tell you one thing again. Back to the most important subject.
Sir, आप बोलता है there were thousands before Dada Vaswani, but only one person like you must have got to this state. Why? No. Though he was a very powerful master.
Because I don't see anybody like that. I don't see anybody on this level. Maybe that somebody got, I don't know. Maybe secretly somebody got, I can't. But I cannot see the light. I did not see people having the light which he gave me, which the jot, that jot, what I say, how the lamp, we light the lamp from one to another. But we have to be willing to take that lamp and light it. We have to be willing. It's not that sometimes.
No, so it's not. So belief is different. मुझे लगता है कि the wick is ready, the oil is ready, the what do you call, the matchstick is also ready, but the guru has to light and give us, no.
I mean, you put the monkey on my head. You put the monkey on my head and you say, no, somebody is not lighting.
We are, the wick, finally, it is a guru who, तो जो तो आपके पास है ना.
Let me give you an analogy. I go to the temple sometime and I try to light one diya. I try so much, but that wick is not getting lit at all. Either the wind is blowing or that wick is not getting lit. The wick, suppose if you say, if you believe I have the light, then I have the light. Then it is for you. And what? Am I saying it's a magical light? Am I making you all think, oh, बहुत complicated hai, बहुत magical hai, बहुत mystical hai? Do I make it look like that for you all?
No.
The path is clear. We have got the 8 stages of spiritual awakening. We must analyze where is that lack and that piyas, no? Huh? प्रभु मेरा जीवन अर्पण करूं तुझको, और कुछ ना मैं चाहता, तू जो मिले मुझको स्वीकार मैं हूं करता, देता जो भी मुझको. Krishna, that pyas must continue. It will 100%. If a person has got that deep yearning, that deep longing, 100% it will happen. There is no doubt about it. Okay, good start. Will.
Shiva Hongstep, this is a very interesting topic today.
Yes, sir.
Why are we reluctant to realize truth? But I think the battle is lost much sooner than people realize. And that's the reason that it's lost so early, is because parents, when they see the baby, they become very excited. And the last thing they want to think that this baby is born and it must also die. And therefore they forget the basic principle, and they also have a lot of faith in the education system, and the education system is designed to corrupt the child, to pull it away, so it goes to nursery school and so on, and all the time it gets lost very quickly. So I think the reason for this is that the children are not being put in the right direction soon enough. The reason is, Swamin, is that the first 6 or 7 years of a baby's life are the most important. These are the years where the baby's character is the most important years of a person's life, are those ones that you can really imprint in the brain. It's like the brain is formed around those first years. If those years are corrupted, it's very difficult to work with fruit that's already damaged. So I think the answer is you must get in very soon. I think parents should have a certificate. If you want to have a child, you must have a certificate that you're capable of raising a child in the proper way without corrupting and damaging the child.
Just Will, what you've spoken is so beautiful. Can you believe that when the Buddha's parents came to know he would be enlightened, they blocked him. They blocked him from leaving the palace. They even made a new city to put the ones who are sick and suffering in a new city. People think the spiritual path is a curse. Parents think the spiritual, today it's very sad. The Zoomers on this call are so lucky, but they're so unlucky. Why are you so unlucky? Because nobody supports the Zoomers. How many people support the Zoomers? That you're on a spiritual path. Nobody supports. Because unfortunately, 99% of people around us, will, around you and me, they don't understand ABC of this subject. They don't understand anything of this subject.
Yes. Today, Swami, I have this very good artificial intelligence, CPG. It's the best AI. And I asked it, I said, of all the people, all the universities and schools in the world, do any university professor at all in the world, or do anybody know how to escape death? It didn't know. It couldn't know. It hasn't heard of enlightenment, let alone teaching. These people, the education, and they force you to give you your children. They say you must give us your children so we can damage them. When we've completely damaged them, then we'll hand them back to you, or put them straight into prison. Put them into prison.
Will, let me tell you. I know that you are so keen to help the world change. Will, what
Yes.
our job is? Let me tell you our job. Our
Yes.
job, you and me, our job is to focus on our enlightenment,
Yes, sir.
to focus on our realization, to focus on our liberation. And the moment we can do this, if there are any people in this world who are interested, then we try to help them. Have you noticed one thing? I don't want to market my subject I'm not marketing the AiR subject around the world like a Coca-Cola. Why am I not marketing it? You know that? Because there is no sense in marketing it. Because the number of the audience, the target audience is so small. The number of people who want the subject is so small, This is not a Coca-Cola. This is not a subject that everybody wants. But you know what? My challenge to all of you today is this. What is my goal? My goal, like I know my guru, who was trying so hard, could not find people who could be enlightened. This is my personal opinion.
Mm.
But in front of me, there are 100 people, at least 100 people who want enlightenment, who really want enlightenment. I can tell you, everybody to a different level. I don't compare any of you, but the people on this call, will you know it, and all of you know in this call, people coming on this call, you can make out there's a deep longing and yearning for spiritual awakening, for enlightenment. People are asking questions. People want, but what is stopping us? When I say reluctant, Krishna said your question is not good. Like Will normally says your question is not good. Today Krishna said that what we are not reluctant to realize the truth. No, what I mean by this, say when we are reluctant to realize the truth, that means what I'm trying to say, the truth is so plain and clear. The truth is black and white. The truth is not having any shades of gray.
Yes, sir.
There is no shade. I'm sorry to say, there is no shade of gray. You know, today I wrote a song. Krishna, today I wrote a song. I was on a bus. I was on a bus from the cruise port to the city of Venice. And I asked myself, you fool. I told myself, you fool, what are you doing wasting your time? I told myself, you fool, you have 1 hour to go. What are you doing wasting your time? Immediately I started writing a bhajan. I wrote a new song. And in the song, what did I write today? I said, this life is a gift from Zip. This life is a gift from SIP. And what we do is a gift back to SIP. I wrote a new song today. First time, a new concept, a new song. But what I'm saying, how often we waste our life? We have to focus our life only on this subject. I'm not saying don't eat an ice cream or don't. No, you enjoy whatever, but your consciousness, your complete focus has to be on that one subject. One hand has to be in yoga. One hand you cannot give up. If you give up both your hands, you're gone. How did one man, the UK billionaire, Mr. Lynch, how come he died and his wife escaped?
Karma.
Something must be there. His wife was with him in the same boat.
Karma.
No, karma and also two karmas, past karma and present karma. A combination. The man must have been sleeping or what, I don't know. The lady woke up and she ran out of the boat and she got saved. And of course, she'll have all the money now.
Yes.
Because he's gone. That's not our point.
Well, it's very surprising that it was such a serious storm that if he was asleep, or he must have been in a such a brilliant person that he was such an innovator. He knew he had such good ideas, but he didn't realize the best thing when the ship might sink. He didn't even think that. He thought they were so safe.
Yeah, and I can't believe his wife walked out of the ship and he did not.
Well,
we are not into that subject. I'm only saying, I'm talking about this ship that is in front of me. I don't want somebody in this ship to sink. I want all the people in this ship to walk to SIP. I want all of you. I don't want one of you to sink. I want each one of you to go out of the ship to SIP. That is my goal. That is my mission. That is my effort. That is my passion. That is what I'm trying to do. That is what the question is today. Lawrence, thank you. Lawrence, come back if there are more things. Lawrence and then Rumataji, Bliko, Nitai, Jasmine.
Steve Shivam, Guruji, hello, good morning. Yeah, you just reminded me about being on a different kind of ship, and that would be the Staten Island ferry. Maybe you've taken it from Manhattan to Staten Island and back, and then you see the beautiful skyline lit up. So, but my question then is it not really that our problem with truth is simply because we are grasping, we don't want to let go? That is our way to be free if we really let go. You were saying attachment this morning. And so I was walking, to get back here to my usual spot where I live in the village. And I saw, a blade of grass. And I thought, okay, would I be able to enjoy the journey if I decided to fixate on one blade of grass? Oh, my blade of grass, you're mine, that's it. I can't see any other blade of grass. But no, I have to see the whole picture. So isn't that where we put a roadblock in, the mind puts the roadblock in, that we don't take in the whole picture?
Lawrence, we have to cut the clutter. We have to cut the clutter. The truth is like the blue sky. The blue sky is there, but the thoughts of the blade of grass and the thoughts of all the other, what's one blade of grass, and then what is that intoxication in the glass, and all these things that their problem is avidya. Your friend talks about avidya.
Right.
The problem is there's only one of the two. If there is truth, there is no avidya.
Correct.
And if there is avidya, if there is ignorance, then there is no truth.
Because we're not attentive to the truth, yes?
Lawrence, it's not that you don't know the truth. You know the truth. You know the truth. We have to realize the truth. That is why it's called Sat Chit Anand. The Sat is not enough. The Sat is the truth. We want the Sat Chit. We want the truth consciousness. And the truth consciousness saves us from wasting our life into something meaningless.
Yeah, right. And then I think, that's why I enjoyed walking alone, because that provides an opportunity to just take in the silence that nature, gives.
That's okay. See, okay, all that is good. Ultimately, you want to be free.
Oh, I do, right now.
You want to be free from the body, the mind, and the ego me. This is the simple goal, Lawrence. Whether you see the blade of grass or you see the Manhattan skyline, all that is okay. Are you able to be free, and are you able to spend your time without the mind, and are you able to live in that consciousness?
Yeah, and when Will brought that up, and about the pathetic state, say, of education as it's customarily done, I thought there's a ray of hope, because here we all are, and actually the hope, the realization is very close.
Yeah. Honestly, to change the education system cannot happen.
I'm not dreaming of that.
Only because 99% does not agree. What are we trying? This is not a subject. This is not a majority subject.
No,
is a niche. This is a niche market, and it is only about us being fortunate to get enlightened. We need to focus on that.
Oh, very glad. Just okay. Well, thank you so much. Beautiful.
Rumataji.
Pranam Guruji. Pranam Guruji. Guruji, because we are not able to live like a lotus flower, not as a yogi, and not remember in every breath to sip. And
but why?
Is not 100%.
Why, Rumataji? Why?
Because of rascal mind.
But mind hai nahi.
But it comes now when thoughts which take us away from sip, then we go to bhoga.
If you are committed to your awakening, if you are committed to your life, if you are committed to your success in your life, तो क्या करना है फिर?
Kill the mind, and many times we are able to kill the mind and do by using intelligence, take decisions. But
is it okay? Is it okay for you to many times kill the mind and sometimes not kill the mind? Is it okay?
No, it is not okay. 100% it is required.
Because, Rumataji, if we slip in that moment, suppose you are not in the consciousness state, you are in the mind state, and you slip, then you have to come back.
Yes, Guruji. Even single mistake will bring us back.
Mistake ki baat nahi hai. There is no mistake. There is only realization. There is no mistake. We
Yes,
have to
Guruji.
we have to live in the realization. जो आपको ज्ञान है, what you have learned. Rumata ji, you know the subject not today, Rumata ji. You know, you got the prize, I think 5 years back in the temple. 5 years back, आपको शिवरात्रि में prize मिला होगा. At least 4 years back. It's not the lack of knowledge. There is no lack of knowledge. It is about consciousness. It is about consciousness of this realization. It is about living. It is about living. You know, and that's why the subject today is so tough. We are reluctant. I'm saying we are reluctant to realize the truth. Truth is staring at our face. The truth is staring at our face, but we are after a mad chase.
Yes, Guruji, you are very correct.
We are caught in that maze. We are not living in grace.
Guruji, Guru Kripa is also required.
गुरु
वो तो है
कृपा
आपकी हमेशा हम पर.
मतलब अगर गुरु यूजलेस है तो कुछ नहीं होगा ना फिर.
गुरु के पीछे पीछे हम चल रहे हैं गुरुजी. आपके पीछे पीछे चल रहे हैं.
So that is, man, I did not leave my guru. When I wanted, Krishna told me, you are not giving wick to me. I did not tell the guru, you are not giving wick to me. I said, Bakad, मैं छोड़ूंगा नहीं. I caught him. I did not leave. He told me, you are idiot. I told, okay, I'm idiot, no problem. Not, he didn't tell privately, in front of 10 people he told, you are idiot. Was I upset? Was I upset? No, I said, okay, you are idiot. पता नहीं मैंने कितने लोगों को बोला, यहाँ पे किसी को बोला you are idiot, मैंने कॉल पे बोला है?
No.
मैंने किसी को बोला है कॉल पे you are idiot बोला?
And Guruji, we have to remember truth is only one. We have to be one with Sip.
रू माता जी, गुरु नानक ने भी कहा एक ओमकार. वो एक ओमकार सत्य नाम. गुरु नानक कभी नहीं, कितने सेंचुरीज पहले गुरु नानक ने भी कहा. बुद्ध ने कहा अतो दीपो भव. None of you has a problem in knowledge. In this Zoom call, you all have the knowledge. You have to light the fire. You have to light the fire. The fire has to be lit. ऐसा आग जलाना है प्रभु के लिए. ऐसा आग जलाना है. मतलब you light the fire, the passion for Prabhu and attain Prabhu. ये missing. And
सांस में प्रभु को चाहना है.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it's not your fault. Krishna, please understand this. It is our conditioning. It is our environment. Sometimes it is our karma. Sometimes, there are many reasons why we are stuck. Remember the 16 points? I don't know what was the 16 points we had? What is holding us back from enlightenment? Krishna, you got the 16 points with you? You don't have 16 points with you. Abhi hai, abhi nahi hai. Do you have 16 points with you? Let me see if I have the 16 points. Let me see. I'll read out to you. Bliko. Then you can unmute Krishna after that. But Bliko, if Krishna has the 16 points, I want to read out those points. I remember Krishna's face, remembering I'm saying something we spoke of, 16 points holding us back. I remember we spoke something. Bliko.
Shivam, everybody. Love you, everybody. So this answer is already, everybody knows, like it's the ignorance of ignorance. We are ignorant of our ignorance. I mean, 99% are not coming in this part because, like I give you remind my one metaphor that if a fish is born in water, consider water as an ignorance. Fish born in water, live in water, die in water. So most of the people, like including us also, we are living in ignorance. We don't know what is ignorance. If you ask a fish, where is water? He said, I don't know. What is water? Well, I'm living here. Did you see? Everything is nice. But my friend, this, that, my car, my possession, my education, everything is nice. Why? What are you talking about enlightenment? What is that water? Because they are in ignorance. We are in ignorance. We have to come out. Like Will said very rightly, the conditioning is from birth. What you can do? How can you change? It is very hard to break that ice. Once the ice is broken, and once we realize that we are on a wrong conditioning, conditioning has to be learning has to be unlearned, and then this new learning will light inside, and people will try for that. Otherwise, people will not try even because they
Bliko,
don't know they are in ignorance.
Bliko, if it was so easy, then all 8 billion people would have.
Perfectly right. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, 100%.
800 crore people would have become enlightened, no?
Enlightened, yeah. No, people are happy in Maya. People are happy in their ignorance.
People are enjoying
Very happy.
popcorn khao na, popcorn
Yes.
khalo.
Here, if you come, here in Western country, Saturday, Sunday, people are just enjoying party, drinking, and parks. And if you see the beach and everything is full, no parking, you will not get parking even. And I sit down in my backyard on my swing and I enjoy the place. I don't need to go anywhere.
Yeah, because in the last 10 days, I realized why I told you about the ship story. I don't need to be on this damn ship.
Yeah, correct.
I just realized, I told myself, I'm going for retreat and I'm looking around all this bhoga. I said, where have I come? Where have I come and got stuck here?
I was on this what do you call this ship one time, and I feel nothing is encouraging me, because everywhere people are just eating, drinking, this, dancing, jumping here and there. So useless thing.
So this is what Shair told, I think, yesterday. I think Shair told yesterday, pauper. Prisoners of pleasures, people, and possession. Pauper. We are all paupers. And as long as we are paupers, we are finished.
Like you said, this fire has to be always there. Otherwise, we can also sleep, because your conditioning is like that. You're right.
Bliko, that is why even missing one day call is a big problem.
Correct. Like I have to remember my name, right? For us living in consciousness, Bliko, if I don't remember that or realize that, then what's the use? Because it's of useless time wasting.
16 roadblocks to stop from enlightenment, Krishna. 16 roadblocks. We are not making enlightenment. Shair, aapko bol raha hai? Shair ko unmute karo. He is not ready. I am disturbing him to tell the 16 road. Bolo Shair. Shair ko bolne do.
So Prabhu, the 16 are not making enlightenment a priority. Ignorance, attachment, lack of faith, caught in material world, duty, lust, shame, slave of mind, not having a guru, love and longing for God, and karma, maya, leela, desire and passion, relationships.
Beautiful. We have not done a Friday session on this, is it? Have you done Friday session on this?
We have done, yeah. Kiya.
But we should do again, I think. We have done this, I don't know how long back.
But you added, I think.
Yes, sir. Bolo.
And on that same day, we also discussed Bliko gave formula CBI and MBI. Mind-based intelligence and consciousness-based intelligence.
अरे माइंड बेस्ड इंटेलिजेंस है नहीं, वो इसलिए मैंने रिजेक्ट कर दिया उसको. माइंड बेस्ड इंटेलिजेंस नहीं है ना, ओनली सीबीआई, ओनली कॉन्शियसनेस बेस्ड इंटेलिजेंस. ठीक है. और कुछ बोलना है शायद आपको?
And also on that day means pauper, you say prisoner of pleasure people, and enlightenment is rejected. AiR.
So I tell you something. This call is a magical call. This call, I somehow believe that to get 100 people who are sincere about this subject, I'm telling you, it is impossible. So we have to give respect to this call. This call is satsang. This call is too important. And asking question is very important. Listening to the call is, I don't know whether you know it or not. After asking every day, at least 1,000 people are listening to this call every day in the world. 1,000 people are listening to this call every day in the world. Krishna, she wants to say something, then Jasmine. Krishna and then Jasmine. Thank you, Shair.
See, one point which Shair missed. We are caught in good karma.
We are caught in good karma.
Good karma. I don't know whether he said last shame, but caught in good karma. So I want to add one point of will ka jo point da. So
Bolo.
can I?
Yeah, bolo,
one
bolo.
point said about kids being educated. I have a friend who is highly spiritual. In spite of that, she was telling me Vivekananda should be born in my neighbor's house, not in my house.
It's very sad, no. It's very sad. People, that this is what it means. What you said, na, हमारे call में कोई आदमी आके बात करके चले गया. This is the example you're talking about. The lady is highly spiritual, but she does not want Vivekananda to be born in her house. This is the kind of people who are spiritual. कृष्णा ये स्पिरिचुअल नहीं, कृष्णा ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी नहीं है, ये नाम के वास्ते स्पिरिचुअलिटी. सॉरी, आई डोंट नो हु इज द पर्सन, आई डोंट वांट टू कमेंट, बट real spirituality, Krishna, you know the 16 roadblocks. What a beautiful session. That 16 roadblocks I did not create. I hope you remember. One day in the Zoom call, it came from SIP. One by one it came from SIP. Then we did one Friday session, I think. But what a beautiful, what an amazing 16. Give me that 1 second. 16 roadblocks for those of you who have not been able to get the 16 roadblocks. I will do a session. Why we are not getting enlightened, my dear friends? One, we are not making enlightenment a priority. Two, ignorance. We are ignorant about the importance of enlightenment. 3, attachment. 4, lack of faith. 5, we are caught in the material world. 6, duty. 7, lust. 8, we are ashamed of spirituality. 9, we are slave of the mind. 10, we lack a guru. Lacking a guru. Change. 11, love and longing is missing for God. 12, we are caught in our karma. 13, we don't realize it's all Maya. 14, we don't understand it's Leela. 15, our desire and passion. 16, it says the relationships, I should say rotten relationships. Why rotten relationships? Because sometimes a rotten relationship holds us back from the bliss of enlightenment. It's very rare to find a supporting relationship. Very fair, very difficult. So, my dear friends, this is what we have. Jasmine. Yes, Jasmine. Jasmine.
Yep, I love you all. Thank you for the call. I think that it's difficult to accept the truth because once you accept the truth, you have to accept that everything you know is a lie. What you learned in school, what you learned from your parents, TV, everything is a lie. And I think that can be overwhelming to accept. It was for me and still is sometimes, but the Zoom calls help. It's a safe place and it keeps me motivated. It keeps me open and excited about the truth, being around others and being on the call. I think if I tell someone in my family that I'm on the Zoom call, they're going to think I'm crazy. But yeah, I think the truth is hard to accept.
Unfortunately, they are crazy. When they are not on this Zoom call, they are crazy, but they don't realize it. Okay, continue.
Yes, so I think that it's difficult to accept the truth because, you know, you have to realize that the things that you learned, you know, was a lie. And I think that can be overwhelming and scary in the beginning.
But Jasmine, whether you accept the truth or not, the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. And if you don't accept the truth, you are not going to benefit by living the ignorance, living the lies. So we have to awaken from the truth. Anyway, thank you. Krishna, you come back, Krishna? Anything more, Jasmine? Otherwise, Krishna.
No, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Krishna.
No, nothing. Nothing.
Okay, Krishna over. Seturam, thank you. Seturam. Sir, namaskar. Bolo. Yes, Seturam. Shivam, tell me, sir.
Guruji, as you already rightly pointed out, the longing for earning has to be very, very intense and it has to be day after day. And consistency in our effort and sadhana. All the time, you know, all our actions has to be toward the goal. The compass has to be showing the goal. But what is...
Otherwise, Seturam, otherwise, why should you be chosen to get this biggest gift of life? Why should you be chosen to become one with SIP?
Because that is the truth. That is the that is Satchitananda. See, what we are experiencing is only pleasure. That bliss, fleeting of bliss, we do get sometimes, and we want to have it in the established in that state forever.
Today, Seturam, somebody known to me today His 27-year-old son is going to die. Somebody known to me, he said, my 27-year-old son is going to die. His mother died last month. His wife died 20 years back. And now he's struggling. He's struggling. He's saying, my 27-year-old son may die any moment. But because he is learning, at least he has learned from me, he's known to me well. So because he has learned to me, he's stable. He's not gone mad. He has not lost his sanity. Because the son's blood hemoglobin has gone to 4. The hemoglobin level has gone to 4. So my dear friends, Seturam, everybody is not blessed. We who are blessed, no Seturam, we cannot slip. All those who are blessed to have a touch of sip should not slip. After coming on the ship, if you trip and slip,
but
then what is the use? What is the use?
What is happening is we get very much energized in the call. But during the day, we get knowingly, unknowingly entangled in the samsara. And we are conscious, but our progress is very, very...
Seturam, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. Today I wrote a song. I said, वक्त गुजरता है, नहीं रुकता है. वक्त गुजरता है, नहीं ठहरता है. Suno. The time is ticking. Time is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. Time will not wait for you. Time will not tell, okay, Bliko, you go for beach, Bliko. You please go to the beach and come after you have a good swim. Then you can come back on the call. And what are we saying? We are not saying that you have to give up your lifestyle. We are not saying that you need to give up the people you are with. We are saying don't forget the importance of the path. Don't forget that SIP is a priority. Don't forget that this is the life that is the most important. We cannot miss this. We should not miss this. This is a challenge. Will, anything? Okay, Seturam, anything else? Thank you. Will, Lawrence, Rajendra, Bliss, Nitai.
Shivohang Sip.
Yes, sir.
I have a question for you. Do you know which is the most religious country in the world? Number 1?
Okay.
The answer is Israel.
Israel.
So, India, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that in Israel, what they have is they have these kibbutz system, the community system, where you get people to live together. And when they live together, they get married, they have children, you develop strength within the community, and you don't have to listen to, you develop a kind of separation between you and the society. So I think one good thing would be for this group to have their own kibbutz somewhere up in the hills somewhere.
Okay, we'll come with some great ideas sometimes, kabut idea. Okay, Lawrence, I'm not going to get into that. Lawrence, Rajendra.
Yeah,
thank you,
Guruji. Yeah, my question, building on what you shared in the Happiness Secret this morning, you had, I guess it was a priest or a religious person praying, and then you had someone who was so in bliss that the other person was self-conscious of their praying. And therefore, my question for you is it not, consciousness means not self-consciousness. And therefore, do we really find the truth, or do we finally become receptive enough to allow the truth to find us? Because it's already here.
No, the truth will not find you. The way to find the truth, Lawrence, is just to drop the ignorance one by one.
Mm.
You keep on dropping the ignorance. Every time you drop the ignorance, what is left?
Purity, knowledge, I guess, self-realization.
You want to reach that state. That's why it's called neti. the theory of neti neti. I am not the body. I am not the mind. Then who am I? If I am not the body, I am not the mind. I am the soul. So we need to reach that.
And my other corollary is, well, because you gave that example of the priests, so obviously, in a sense, they were full of themselves. And I think that's a great, personally, I found in my own experience that that's a great danger on the spiritual path, because in other words, we must have the utmost humility and compassion in our journey to the truth. With the truth.
That's fine, but what is important is what is called realization. So Lawrence, we need to move and we need to progress in the path of realization. Okay, good. Rajendra.
So not to worry. Acha, thank you.
Rajendra, Bliss, Nitai, Mamta, and Will. Will is back to end. Rajendra.
Sure, sir.
Sure,
sir. First, I feel that I am lucky to be on this call because of my own karma. Then by now that we know that we are not body, mind, personality. We are not. We are simply waking dream characters. What we say, waking dream. And I think that still we are. इतनी कोशिश करने के बाद भी we are, I think, little bit away from the truth. I think that we lack that basic sincerity. I don't know. हमें पता है कि हम कितने अजाब में हैं, हमें कितनी परेशानी उठा सकती पड़ेगी. Still there we are not sincere.
Rajendra, let me interrupt you. पता है क्यों Rajendra? हमें क्या चाहिए? बेबी भी, जम्मू भी, USA भी, छोले भटूरे भी, प्रभु भी. ये जब तक अगर हमारा ना राजेंद्र प्रभु ही. That's why when I got Prema Yoga gift, when I got the gift of Prema Yoga, I got the gift when I told Prabhu. You know what I told Prabhu, Rajendra? I said, है ये आस्था मुकम्मल तुम ही हो, जीवन में मेरे और कुछ नहीं हो, कन कन मेरा तुम बस तुम ही हो, और कुछ भी आए जगह नहीं हो, मेरे तन मन में मुकम्मल तुम ही हो, मुकम्मल तुम ही हो, मुकम्मल बस एक तुम ही हो, बस एक तुम ही हो. We are not able to fill. Tell Prabhu, fill me. How do you must tell Prabhu, fill me. Oh Lord, fill me completely. Fill me completely with you.
Sir, basically उसके लिए I feel 2-3 points है जो मेरे दिमाग में आ रहे हैं कि हमें रियल अपने साथ रियल दया नहीं है, compassion नहीं है. We know that we will be miserable, we will become again. So अगर हमें ये दया आती है तो भी हमें ultimate लगेगा कि प्रभु ultimate है. हमें भी पता नहीं लगता है क्योंकि we don't really mean by what is daya, what is compassion. Real compassion हमें worldly compassion पता है. Actually compassion जो है, जो अपने हिसाब की दया करनी है, अपने हिसाब से अपने sincerity करनी है. तो अब और we should be tolerant enough to leave the grip of the samsara, to hold the grip of ship. उसके लिए उनकी टॉलरेंस हमें अभी नहीं है, सहन शक्ति डेवलप नहीं हो रही है. वो मैं सोच रहा था इस पे.
Let me explain to you. हम संसार को क्लिंग कर रहे हैं, हम संसार को क्लिंग कर रहे हैं. हम ये नहीं समझते हैं अगर हम संसार को छोड़ेंगे, संसार कहाँ जाएगा?
संसार तो है ही नहीं ना.
नहीं, संसार तो वही का वही रहेगा ना. ऐसे नहीं.
हाँ, वही रहेगा. अगर
ऐसे नहीं कि हम अगर हम क्लिंगिंग बंद करेंगे, ऐसा नहीं कि संसार का खत्म हो जाएगा. We have to be able to stop the clinging, and our clinging has to be with Prabhu. Prabhu. What was the last words my Guru told me? I asked him, what's our biggest mistake? He said, forgetfulness. I asked, what is the biggest strength? He said, remembrance. If you go to Hare Krishna, ISKCON वगैरह, वो क्या बोलते हैं? और कुछ मत बोलो. You ask Krishna also will tell you, महामंत्र बोलो. महामंत्र क्या है? हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. और कुछ मत कहो. नहीं, but that is good for a beginner. That is very good for a beginner. Krishna, you saw the podcast of the ISKCON monk, Chakravarti Das. You saw the podcast? It's live. 1 or 2 podcasts are live with the 3 or 4 new podcasts have gone live last few days. Okay, so Rajendra, what you say is correct. हमें ये passion प्रभु के लिए चाहिए. Thank you. Bliss. Bliss.
Hi, Swami, Swami, you hear me right?
Yes, Shivoham,
Love
tell
you,
me
love
this.
you. I would like to know what is the better right to choose. I have a lot of connections, but I don't know if all my realization is there. So if I can be sure all my realization in very strong and I know everything and everything is okay because I won't reach anything and you know and reach the state of Satchitananda. But I can be sure I'm right to vote.
You have to take the next book. The next book is called Self-Certification. The book is ready, is getting ready in few days. Take that book and 1 by 1 point certify. Certify 1, certification 1, certification 2, certification 3. Then you know where you are missing. You have a checklist. So go through that book.
Okay. I can ask you when.
I will send you draft book. I will send you before correction. I can send you the draft book. Okay.
Okay.
Nitai.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Nitai.
Pranam
Nitai
Guruji.
and Mamta.
Pranam Guruji. I have 2 comments, one in line with the question that you posed today. The first one is that as Thakur Ramakrishna used to say that mother has left me with a lot of toys. Mother leaves all the kids with toys around them. And then as long as we are playing with the toys, we forget mother. And then once we get bored with all the toys or enough number of toys breaks, then we start crying for mother, and then mother will come. Once we start crying, then mother will come and take us in her arms. So I guess we are all reluctant to realize the truth because we are still playing with the toys around us. And once we start really crying at heart, we will realize the truth.
What you say is correct. I mean, I totally appreciate what you say. It's for us. See, that's why some people think that suffering is needed for enlightenment. Some people think it's, you need to suffer a lot. When you suffer a lot, then you have no option but to go for enlightenment. There are different ways of looking. Some people feel, no, it is not suffering. Some people feel it is, we must meet the right guru. So there are different reasons for you to reach that state of awakening. But if we don't reach that state of awakening, our life is wasted. Our complete life is wasted. This is the problem. We are not realizing, Nitai, we are not realizing that we are lost in the toys of this world. What you're saying, mother is given a lot of toys. We don't even realize life is not about playing with toys. Life has a purpose. Life is not a circus. And we are so busy in irrelevant matters. When will we get to the relevant matters? By then it will be too late. By then it's too late. And if it's too late, then you come back again. You come back and one more cycle.
I want to make one more comment for you, though, as you were talking about marketing this thing. And if you were into marketing this Atma Gyan, probably I wouldn't last this long in your Zoom call, because in the medieval period, I think Vatican did make a lot of money by marketing the salvation certificate to all the people, that you put this much of money in a box and you would get a certificate of salvation in the afterlife. And Vatican
was that by the Vatican, is it? I
yes,
don't
that's
know
how Vatican became very rich. So you could probably market.
Vatican salvation certificate. Okay, something new I'm hearing. I'm going to study this. Okay, anything else?
No, thank you for keeping us in the Zoom.
Thank you. Mamta, Will, and Rumataji. Stop with these 3, please. Otherwise, we will overshoot. Mamta.
Shivoham Guruji.
Shivam, bolo.
By the time I reach you, basically all my questions melt away in life. And I've seen that many times. But what I've realized is like after being a part of this group and journey, I have realized that to know and to realize are two different things. As you said, those 16 points that you discussed definitely is really nice and important, what I've realized. So from knowing, I know that this is there. And I've also realized that to have this human birth is a blessing for us, because now what I think every day I have that I have to realize I have to achieve, that consciousness is there. So from knowing to realizing I have to take this path bang on. And it's been great. A lot of gratitude has come into me right now in every aspect of life. That change has come in. First of all, yes, we are human beings. That's the biggest gratitude, that we can achieve our self-realization. That's what I wanted to say.
And after being human beings, if we don't achieve, then what happens?
That's what's bringing in every day. That's what's ticking in to me every day. That is one ticking.
It's very sad if we are out of 8 billion people, not even 1% is seeking the truth.
But it's so nice to feel that and be aware. No, I need to achieve this. Like basically,
so
I think it's a beauty.
You're fortunate. You're that 1% that wants to realize the truth.
Yes.
The rest, 99%. What they say, what Blico said. The rest of the 99% are thinking today is Saturday. Let's go to the beach. Let's go and have fun in the beach. No, whether you go to the beach or where you go, it's about focusing on the priority of life.
Yes.
Life has a purpose. And we have to achieve that purpose of life. Thank you. Thank you, Mamta. Will and Room Mataji to close. And give me 2 minutes, administrator, for me to wind up the session. Will, Room Mataji.
So, before the Buddha's enlightenment, he got attacked by Mara in many forms. I don't know whether you would realize that's also an underlying aspect. Also, when Christ Jesus, before his death, he said that the ruler of the world is coming, by which he meant some dark, bad thing. I don't know if you would include this. We said, why are we reluctant to realize truth? I don't know if these underlying forces have something to do with it.
Will, there is no force that can stop you. If you and me, we want it, we can have it.
Yes, sir.
It is our commitment. It is our passion. It is our mumukshutva. The key word is mumukshutva, that love and longing for SIP. And when I develop that love and longing for SIP, you don't understand Hindi so much, but I used to ask my God, "Dhoondu bhole, kahan hai tu? Bholenath, dhoondu bhole, kahan hai tu?" I used to ask God, "Where are you? I'm searching for you. Where are you?" तू कहाँ है, तू कैसा है, ये सवाल करते हो ना. So this deep yearning is needed.
Yes. I had the idea, I think you also realize it. I think you have a book named after your teacher, and I think you called him your God on earth. I think that's the right attitude, to see the teacher like God, actually like God. And then it's to me, if you don't see that, it's very bad. It's very terrible.
If you don't see that God, if you don't see the teacher as God, how will you realize you are God? You will never realize you are God.
Yeah, I think it's a very important point. You have to.
Yeah, it's only when you value the teachings. I said my guru, my mentor, my God on earth. That's the title of the book. My guru, my mentor, my God on earth. I think that is the right. That is the way. Okay, Rumataji, last comment. Thank you, Will. Rumataji, interesting call today.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham Guruji. With your blessings, I promise and assure you and myself that we will not try to dip and slip in sansar and live in Satchitanand. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Rumataji. Rumataji, what is my goal to everybody in this call? I close by telling you all, my goal is only one thing, to make you realize that the most important thing in this world is Prabhu Pana. Yehi maksad hai. प्रभु को पाना है, प्रभु को पाना है. There is nothing else important in this world. My dear friends, if you get everything, संसार घर घर मिल गया, फिर मिला तो क्या मिला. If you get this whole world, you become Ambani, Adani, Bill Gates, become Alexander the Great. What will you get? What will you get? You get nothing. Are we so blind? Are we so blind we don't realize that nothing is important? What is important is enlightenment. What is important is liberation. What is important is unification with SIP. When are we going to wake up? And therefore, I urge all of you, put this as the priority of your life. If you really respect yourself, if you love yourself, then put your salvation, put your nirvan, put your mukti, put your liberation as a priority over everything else. Don't be a fool to make other things the priority. Because if you foolishly make other things the priority, you will slip and you will lose SIP. With folded hands, I bow down.